Morning guys, just going to look at the indices quickly. The S&P did make a buy there because we had the cross on the the SSI versus the 21 moving average. However, it looks like they might buy the dip, and so we're going to fall. So what we want ideally in the QuasiDB system in this community of ours, we want to see a cross. That's a tick, but we want to see a sustained move below the cross. So we crossed at 71%. We need it to come down to 68. So that hopefully makes sense, because otherwise it's just going to chop on that 21 moving average. If we go up, it's going to become a sell. Now what makes me think it's going to sell off is that they've went long, they bought the dip on the Dow, and so that's the sell signal coming up. So be careful, because it looks like we still need a flush. 70% there and 71% here, and so remember that logic that we're going to have a sustained break after the cross, right? That's really, really important. And so that's a quick look at the indices. And I wanted to talk about the dollar, the US dollar, because it looks like we're going to cross this 50% line. If we do go up in this quadrant here, we're going to be a strong sell. And unfortunately, the gold has moved so much, it's skewed the bubbles and it's condensed the bubbles together. They've really gone long on gold, so had it not been for gold, these bubbles wouldn't be so bunched up. But it looks like the dollar is going to come up here in the strong sell section. So the video today is going to be looking at dollar crosses, and we're going to look at some supports from a technical perspective and have a look at the ratios. So if they go long on dollar, then it's going to sell off. Okay, so I think it's going to come up here. I could be wrong, but we'll wait and see. And I think it's going to gravitate up. So let's look at some dollar pairs. So the EURUSD has got monthly support 1 at 104.59. If you remember, this is where I said that we should exit on Friday, and we did exit. We made a great amount of pips and profit. It was really good. So that was the exit there. So that was a good place to exit. The SLC below is at 104. One above is far away at 107.15, and we've got some resistance overhead, so we've got some supply here from this candle wick. So I don't know if we're going to overcome it. It's 105.60, so technical resistance, but we've got monthly support, so we might zigzag. Let's look at the ratios, and we'll look at pound, Aussie and Kiwi. They shorted it there, but whether they continue, we don't know for sure. It will definitely, well, I think it will move during Lagarde, because we've got a Lagarde speech today, ECB speech, and the bonds are going to move as well, obviously. So she's going to speak before the European Parliament. So if we go back to the bubbles, euro is actually the strongest buy. They're shorting it ahead of that speech. Okay, so the EURUSD could be a sentimental buy. Okay, but we ideally want that to be a bit higher. So let's go back to EURUSD. So keep an eye on that. We might hold. It should hold. If they sell it, we'll come up. Basically, let's look at GU. And no doubt this is going to be chopping like crazy. So SLC above is at MS1 there. Pretty much, it's 1 or 2 pips away. 122.80. One below is at 121.70. Take these guys off. What have they done? They shorted it. If they continue, we'll come up and get the stop loss cluster above, which is not bad. Not a bad distance. It's possible. We might have some resistance at the support. If we got MS1, we might technically do okay, because it's a monthly support. Okay, so the levels for GU. Look at AU, and it might be that the dollar bubble is going to soften and it was going to gravitate higher, and so these pairs might do okay. 70.10. Oh, it's very far. Wow. And the one below is at 62.94. Yeah, that's ridiculous, but that's the retail guys for you. Take these guys off again. They shorted it, and so there was therefore that movement in the dollar that we're seeing. So they continue to short it. That USD bubble is going to get higher, and then this will go up. So you've got resistance overhead. Hopefully that's clear. You've got a candlewick resistance there, so it creates a supply, and monthly support 1 here. This is going to be a challenge to get to, but we might do it. And then Kiwi. And yeah, it's looking. Well, I don't know about this. This looks like this is naughty. Yeah, so this shouldn't be going up. No, they've gone long, and yet they've got paid. So this, of all the pairs that we looked at, this is the naughty one. Kiwi shouldn't be going up because, you know, they're already long and they're adding long, but yet price is going up. So this big move is payday in a big way. Monthly support 1 though, and SLC above is at 64 and 62.60. So if I was going to look for a dollar cross to short, it would be this one, and I would probably enter below monthly support, use that as your stop loss, and then target the SLC below. So you could have an order, it's a 30 pip TP, you could have a 10 pip stop. I think it'll be like a 2R trade, but ideally you'd want it below the support. Really shouldn't be going up, it's quite naughty. So it's a big payday for the retail guys on this pair. So if I was to look for a setup, if you're waiting for the signals, I would short NU below monthly support 1 and target the SLC below 62.60. So you're looking for, you know, it's a 40 pip profit. If you wait 10 pips, you can have a 10 pip stop loss, 30 pip TP, so 3R trade. This isn't bad. If you size correctly, that 30 pips or 40 pips, you know, it might be enough. It might be enough for a day's trade. So, you know, you have to know your lot size, and if you don't, then you let me know, because I've got some articles I can show you. So yeah, I think NU could be a good one, and also try and get a copy of the trading station as well, because you want to see what they're doing. So now they're shorting the Dow, so they continue to short it, we might actually have a bottom here, and so you definitely want to get a copy of this, and I can help you get set up on this anyway, so not a problem. So I'll wrap up now, and I'm going to be back tomorrow because there isn't much going on right now. I'm going to place an order for NU there, and I'm going to short with a stop loss there pretty much, and I'm going to TP here. And if it doesn't fill, that's fine, there's no worries, because it's not a loss. Okay, so orders are the way to go. Have a good day, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.